And I have a third answer for you. This wasn't because he should have known that he was supernatural. It wasn't for the lesson of learning, that there was a lesson to be learned, that you don't benefit from a miracle, but it had to happen. It had to happen because Joseph's attitude was wrong. What did Joseph say? So let me tell you a story. I had the privilege of meeting a great chassid by the name of Butler Nanas more than once. But the first time I had the privilege of meeting him together with another group, with a group of students in Lubavitcher Yeshiva in Kfar Chabad, he spent 6 hours with us, Farbrengen, and telling us stories of his incarceration and the things that happened to him. One of the things he told us was that he was given ultimately 20 years in prison. It was almost 20 years when he got out a couple of months earlier than 20, but it was about 20 years. From early 1935 to late 1954, maybe even early 1955. So it was close to 20 years that he was incarcerated. First, he was given 5 years for his activities, which basically was because he was a religious man. Then after the 5 years, in 1940, they gave him another 5 years. In 1945, after the war, the jailer calls him in. He says, Nanas, purpose of jail is to get you fixed in your mind, and you've remained a despicable bourgeoisie religious man with a beard, keeping kosher in this jail. We're going to give you another 10 years. And he started laughing. And the jailer didn't understand why he was laughing. And Butler Nanas said, I'm laughing because you think you're giving me the 10 years. You aren't giving me the years. They're giving me the years from God. You're just a mirror reflecting what's going to happen to me. Whatever I get is not from you, it's from upstairs. But you think that you're the one that's giving it to me. You're nothing. You're just a reflection. Nanas knew he was an innocent man. But he also knew that whatever jail he was getting was coming from God. Joseph complained to the jailer that it was undeserved, that he was an innocent man. He didn't do anything to deserve it. And that's how he truly felt. But that was wrong. Yes, he could have said that. Yes, there is such a thing as expressing your hope and expressing your innocence from a crime. But a man like Joseph should have accepted that this was coming from God. His words indicated that he hadn't accepted that. He was angry and frustrated that he was given all of this pain and suffering undeservedly. And that was wrong. Because you see, everything comes from God, even pain and suffering. Now, I don't advocate we give pain and suffering to great men and tzaddikim such as Joseph. But once something happens to you, you must accept it as the hand of God. And the conversation he had with the butler indicated that he had not accepted that. And that was his problem. He had to learn that everything was by divine providence, and everything was just a reflection. And he would get only the number of years that God determined, not what anybody else determined. And that's why he stayed another 2 years, because that's Azay's geschrieben, that's what was written for his tikkun hanefesh, for his correction of his soul. Think about it. whatever happens to you, is it justified or not? Is it coming from God or coming from nature or from people? We believe it comes from God, and therefore we don't get frustrated. We just see the opportunity that we have to change our world and not wallow in our own frustration.